welcome back. Welcome back to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Welcome back to Josuke's attempt at getting over it. I'll be honest, I was incredibly nervous to continue playing this game. I guess just all that talk of, potentially losing all the progress that I'd made. I just didn't want to. And I guess truthfully I was scared. It's like I've made an amount of progress that I'm somewhat happy with. Oof. I guess I didn't want something like that happening.
Crazy as a loon, or will be soon if my baby don't hurry home.
Okay, hold on, I fucked with my mouse sensitivity.
My baby is gone away. I'm running around in a spin. I don't know where to begin.
And it's been so long since I've played this that I don't exactly.
My mind just like a balloon. I've read the note she left me.
I don't exactly remember how it works.
But if someone asked me what it said, I could say, oh, whoopsie doodle, I'm off my noodle. I know I could be okay if my baby'd only hurry back to me today.
But I think that fear is kind of what this whole game is about.
I'm eating my soup with dessert, leaving out the tail of my shirt. Oh, whoopsie doodle, I'm off my noodle. My baby just wouldn't stay. Reading books from the bottom up, pouring ketchup into my cup. I'm gonna lose my reason. I'm ready to blow my top. Now if my baby's only teasing me, why don't you stop? Oh, whoopsie doodle, I'm off my noodle. I'm gradually turning gray. I can't sleep or wink anymore. I just keep walking the floor. But if
Instead
my
of that, let me
baby
try this.
only hurry, then I know I wouldn't worry anymore. No,
There we go.
no, wouldn't worry anymore.
And instead of that way, let me try this. Is it better to just launch myself?
What?
I guess not.
Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these. It might have been. John Greenleaf Whittier. What? If you try to please audiences, uncritically accepting their tastes, it can only mean that you have no respect for them. Andrei Tarkovsky.
I think this game just requires such a level of focus.
What?
You know? Like, I think I think like all the other games that I've played, even like the horror games, like, you know, FNAF. I think they all kind of allow me to. Hold on, let me. They all kind of allow me to retreat away from the challenge, away from whatever kind of skill is there, and to kind of externalize it. You know, with FNAF, there's always like an element of kind of RNG to blame. There's an element of somewhat unfairness. And even with something like Tony Hawk, there's that same thing that always happens whenever I play it. If you're watching this later, when I recorded this, I was still playing the Tony Hawk games. There's an element of like almost rust, and just kind of the way I play that kind of gives me like an out to kind of blame everything else and put a bit of that frustration away from myself. But here, I don't feel like I have that kind of comfort. I feel like the only bit of difficulty is just the controls and the obstacles. But the same way when you miss a shot in an FPS, it's your fault. When I miss one of these things, when I miss catching myself on a ledge, or I overshoot it, or whatever it may be, it is still my fault. And I think that led to me not wanting to play. Like, even now, I feel incredibly anxious.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let me get just a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on. Before I keep talking. Yep. No. I kinda gotta set down. Okay. I feel almost how I feel during the quiet moments of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which was by far one of the most difficult games for me to get through. There was this constant, ever-present fear that gripped me like nothing else. I think by far, out of all of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, that one absolutely horrified me. To the point where I stopped playing it for a while, the same way I stopped playing this for a while. Pardon me. You know, and to have that feeling again. Oof. To have that feeling again in a non-horror context is perplexing, you know?
What?
Yep. I learned how to do this. Just get myself set up. It's just, I think I talked about it in the last part. I just don't want to fail. I don't want to lose progress.
Oh. Whoop. Oh.
I don't want to be stuck. You know? In almost any other game, it feels like getting stuck is nigh impossible, you know?
What?
There's always some amount
What?
of there's always some amount of progress that's being made. Whether it's developing your skill set, which usually is a kind of obvious bit of expression, you know?
What? What?
You know, if you're playing an FPS,
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Ice-T.
Ice-T. Okay.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
There's a bit of skill that comes naturally, regardless of if you're on like a losing streak or anything. Or say you're on a part of a game that's particularly difficult, whether it's a horror game, puzzle game, or whatever. There's always a bit of like demonstratable skill or proficiency that you can show yourself, you know, to kind of cling to. And for the vast majority of the time, it's very immediate, something you can really see and feel, a bit of understanding that you can remind yourself of. You know, if it's an FPS, maybe you can feel that your skill is improving, you know, lining up your shots easier. If it's a fighting game, maybe you remember your combos more readily. But the skill that I'm retaining by playing this game isn't totally readily clear. It's not, I can't like properly understand it, at least not like in the moment when I need it to, you know. If I'm not currently playing, I can like, you know, put it together and remind myself, like, oh yeah, the way I move my mouse.
When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past, I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with old woes new wail my dear time's waste. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 30.
It's just not there when I need it to be, so it's much easier for me to feel absolutely hopeless. And even with this bit of difficulty that I'm experiencing, it's hard to not be frustrated, you know? Which, in a way, is kind of the nature of what's going on. It's meant to be frustrating. It's meant to push me, like you mentioned in the first part, or in the first part of the first part of me playing. It's everything is such a genuine obstacle, whether it's by the nature of the level design or okay. I guess I messed that one up. Let me try this one again.
Patience is the foundation of eternal peace. Make anger your enemy. Harm comes to those who know only victory and do not know defeat. Find fault with yourself and not with others. It's in falling short of your own goals that you'll surpass those who exceed theirs. Tokugawa Ieyasu.
I think this game specifically is kind of like the worst possible version of a climbing game that I could have, because it is so outwardly difficult. You know, I've been recording almost 15 minutes, and for that entire 15 minutes, I have made zero forward progress.
Oh.
All I do is I get up to a certain point and I fall back down. You know, it's not like the other climbing games that I've played. Where the progress can be made rather steadily, and there isn't a feeling of stagnation. There's not a feeling of, God, I am essentially wasting my time, despite how untrue that may be. As I've said before, progress is progress. Any amount of time that I spend playing this game is time that I improve my skill at it. It's more time for me to understand the controls, more time for me to improve my strategies, you know? But in that moment, that voice that warns you about complete and utter failure, it just gets more and more ammunition. And and I really need it to not have so much ammunition. I need to be able I need to be able to show myself that I'm getting better, and not in an abstract sense later. I need to feel myself getting better. And it's so often that I feel like I don't. While playing this game, of course.
What?
Like I said, despite
What?
how untrue that may be, all that my mind allows me to see
What?
is the wall in front of me that I still have yet to climb.
Oh. What? What?
You know? And I keep getting right up to that wall,
What?
but I need more.
She smiled in defeat with unconquerable eyes. Atticus.
Fuck. It's one thing that I enjoy about playing this game is that I feel it gives me the space to really communicate.
What?
It gives me the opportunity
What?
to
What? What?
it gives me the opportunity to, I feel, express myself in a way I usually have difficulty expressing. Usually I'm so locked in
What?
and honed in on whatever gameplay is currently going on that
What? No.
I don't have time
Oh.
to kind of rationalize my feelings in the moment.
What?
Like I don't have
What?
the mental processes
What?
to
What? What? What?
to kind of take time to actually make sure that like I'm talking and communicating my experience and my feelings. I find that I struggle with this a lot during the Tony Hawk videos. And
What?
it feels like most of the video
Your failure here is a metaphor. To learn for what, please resume climbing. Rob Dubbin.
I find that I give most of my kind of actual insightful commentary towards the end of those videos.
Oh. What?
When really I should be kind of taking the time, like between every sort of break in the action, to go over what I'm feeling and kind of express myself, you know. Because that's kind of why I played those videos in the first place, and really why I'm doing any of this. I wanted another way to connect with her. I wanted another way to kind of take an internal struggle and shift it to an outward struggle, you know? Or external, I guess. thinking. Okay. Kind of fucking stuck here. And I find, like I said, I find more often than not that that's difficult for me in the moment. But if there's one thing this game allows me to do and actively encourages me to do, it's to take the time to actually communicate. To take, I think because of like the natural stress that I feel.
What? 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 What?
Laugh, and the world laughs with you. Weep, and you weep alone. For the sad old earth must borrow its mirth, but has trouble enough of its own. Ella Weaver Wilcox.
Feeling a lot of frustration towards my mouse right now. Because my mouse pad is so small that I'm constantly having to. I constantly feel like I don't have the room for what I'm trying to do.
What? What? Oh. What?
But like everything else, it's just another challenge.
What?
I don't know
What?
if I'll complete this game.
What?
For whatever reason, you know.
What?
Whether it be, it just proves too taxing for me. Or maybe I just get stuck and I never make forward progress again.
What?
But I hope
What?
that I will. I hope that I'll beat it. And if I don't end up beating it, I hope at the very least that I'm satisfied.
Better by far that you should forget and smile than you should remember and be sad. Christina Rossetti.
Yeah, I spiced it up there. That was my bad. That was my fault, man. I tried to spice it up. I know how to get through there, and I do it every time, but it just, I don't know. Just the frustration, you know. But what can you do? There's nothing else to do but just keep going. Okay, let's settle.
What? 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 What?
Okay. At least I can see pretty clearly that in most situations I can just kind of hang on this ledge. Like, as long as my arm is out, I'll kind of naturally catch it, and then I can position myself properly Sorry. Like I mentioned before, I have no choice but to improve at my gameplay. At my understanding of the way this game works.
Oh. Whoop. Ooh. Oh. Whoop.
I have no choice but to get better.
Oh. Whoop. Ooh.
Something filled up my heart with nothing. Someone told me not to cry. Now that I'm older, my heart's colder. I can see that it's a lie. The Arcade Fire.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Let me give it one more attempt.
Whoop. 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 Whoop.
Going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. Oh, they put me in a jailhouse on my knees. They put me in the jailhouse on my knees. They put me in a jailhouse on my knees, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and peas. They feed me on cornbread and peas. They feed me on cornbread and peas, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way.
Ooh.
All I can do is keep trying. You know?
Whoop. 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 Whoop.
The game isn't gonna beat itself, you know?
Oh. Whoop.
gotta slow down. Oh, this fucking orange is here again.
I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Edgar Allan Poe.
I don't know what it is. It's something like just getting back there just reinvigorated me. I'm not sure why.
Can I see another's woe and not be in sorrow too? Can I see another's grief and not seek for kind relief? William Blake.
What? 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 What?
In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Lewis Carroll.
I think I'm a little lost in the sauce right now. So I think that'll be it for today. Sorry that we didn't get any forward progress, but I hope you've enjoyed this time with me. I know I've enjoyed it, despite how frustrating it feels. Progress is progress, and it can't be taken away. The skill that I gained by playing today is a skill that cannot be taken away, and it will bring me success eventually. But I can't deny the frustration. Feeling like I wasted all this time. But sometimes you need to build up your skill. Things don't happen instantly. So I'll keep coming. I'll continue to play this. And hopefully I'll beat it. For now, I've been Josuke. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember that you're strong, you're important, you matter. You're special. Don't suffer in silence. Seek help if you need help. Nothing wrong with seeking help, needing help. Everyone needs help. Some of them just don't show up. I will catch you in the next one, whether it's this or whatever it may be. Bye-bye, folks.